Welcome to the free TestBase SQLCODE -805 tool by SoftBase. We will discuss the typical causes of an SQLCODE -805 today, manual methods to investigate them, and then the quick and easy demo of this tool to resolve SQLCODE -805, useful for even unexperienced programmers. I'm Neil Lozens. I've been working with DB2 since 1983 when it was introduced, and I'm the SoftBase DB2 for ZOS product manager. SoftBase has 12 DB2 for ZOS products to assist in coding, testing, and deployment of DB2 applications. As part of a recent webinar discussing our products, one of the questions we asked was, what SQL code do you spend the most time debugging? One of the top answers was SQLCODE -805. We've polished our tool that helps us and added it to the TestBase DB2 catalog guide, the product shown right here. Then we made the SQLCODE -805 tool free to everyone. The DB2 program preparation process is often the source of many SQLCODE -805 errors. It starts with the source program that is input to some other optional precompile process, like right there, such as CICS. The output is the source with precompile calls, and that source with precompile calls goes into the DB2 precompile process. The DB2 precompile process splits the code and additional precompile calls, sends them one direction, and sends the SQLCODE SQL calls into the DBRM. So the SQL is in the database request module. The DBRM is input to the bind process, and the bind process creates a package which is stored in the DB2 catalog in tables like skeleton cursor table, syspackage, syspack statement. The source and program calls then go into the compile process, and the compile process creates an object code which is then link edited into a load module. Both the load module and the DB2 package have something called a consistency token. This token must match at execution time, or you end up with an SQLCODE -805. Some causes for that SQLCODE 805. Many SQLCODE 805 errors are caused by one leg of the process below the red line, either the compile being successful and the link edit being successful and the bind not successful, or the bind successful and the compile and link edit not successful. The concatenation order of load libraries at execution time, the load library itself, or the choice of plan, or the value of the current package set special register can cause execution time errors. Bind errors might include packages bound to the wrong collection, or the collection not bound as part of the plan. Here's a summary list of the possible errors. The DB2 precompiler puts a consistency token in both the source and the DBRM. The token is carried through to the load module and to the DB2 package stored in the catalog. These consistency tokens must match at execution time, or you get a -805. The value of the consistency token itself is a timestamp of sorts. Larger values happened after smaller values. How do I get more information than just the SQL code? Just getting an SQLCODE -805 does not tell you much. IBM's DSN-TIAR or other methods can be used to get more information. In the message above, we have a -805 at location dbcgloc for an unknown collection and for package SET-SQLI1 consistency token 1A92, etc. If current package set is set, that special register, the collection name will be in the message. Otherwise, you have to go to syspack list to find the eligible collections, the collections that are associated with the plan. The IBM Codes Manual, a link to which is right here, has 4 different reason codes for an SQL code 805. IBM includes some SQL to execute for each of the reason codes. Some of the SQL has less than desirable access paths, index scans of very large catalog tables. Manual steps to verify the consistency token. First step would be to query the DB2 catalog. Here we have an inner join of syspack list to syspackage. We know the name of the plan and the collection name in syspack list. The plan name is test805p as we saw in the message. We know the collection ID in the list has to be equal to the collection ID in the package. And we know that the package name has to be setSQLi1. And the list package name has to be either asterisk or the name in package, setSQLi1. And then we have an order by sequence number. This order by puts them in the order DB2 would search the collections in sys. Second step is to find the consistency token in the DBRM. Browse the DBRM library above in hex, first line position. In first line positions 25 through 32 have the consistency token. In this case 1A, 92, etc. shown in red. The third manual step would be to find the consistency token in the load library by browsing it in hex. If it is found, you have a match. Note in early versions the first 4 bytes had to be swapped with the last 4 bytes. At this point we're ready for our demo. The demo we're going to use has plan test805p, much as we've talked about before, and the plan has 2 collections, test805a and test805b. You might ask why have the same package in both collections. In our case, it's to point to different table creators, TDGF610A in package A and TDGF610B in package B. Oftentimes it's to use different isolation levels. Maybe during the day you want to use isolation cursor stability, and during the night you want to use isolation RR or UR, giving you different locking levels. In any case, the same package in both collections, managed by the value of the current package set special register. Let's go ahead and go to the demo. At this point I have an edit session with some JCL that I'm going to submit. And it appended most likely with an 805. And we see here that it did end with an 805, and we called DSN TIAR to get more information about the message. And what we would like to do is call up catalog guide for subsystem DBCG for the consistency token that is here, and we place our cursor on the plan, and TestBase catalog guide parse the message, figuring out that the location is DBCGloc, the plan is test805p, the collection ID in this case is known because we did a set current package set to it, test805b, and setSQLi1 is the package name with this consistency token. So this consistency token is definitely in the load module. Let's use the incorrect load module, load library. So this is not the load library from which we ran. We get a very quick and easy message that says setSQLi1 in this load library does not have that consistency token. Let's go to the correct load library now, and we get the one and only collection for that package, and it's test 805B collection, and here's the consistency token. Well, we see that 1A94 is certainly larger than the consistency token that's in the DB2 catalog. If I had complete catalog guide available, I could put a slash there and see either the database's table spaces, tables, indexes, and views associated with this SQL statement. I could see the actual SQL or the statement itself. I could select it to see the information in the catalog about the package, or I could go up a level and look at the collection data for the actual collection. I don't have catalog guide installed in this particular instance, so what I'm going to do is go browse the load module. I'm going to take the DBRM member or DBRM library that I have and go browse it. I have hex on, and I'm going to resplit the screen. 1A 94 8F 161 E F6 CE 78. So this is the most current DBRM, and it matches the actual load library. So I'm going to go to DB2I, run a bind package, and it's collection test 805B that I want to bind. Set SQL I1. There's my DBRM library. I'm going to go get the JCL to submit again, and this time it ran perfectly. So we've seen and debugged an SQL code -805 using the free. At this point, we have the links to the materials that we've provided. There's a download link, and that's the link to the actual download of the software, the free software. There's a PowerPoint link to this PowerPoint presentation, and a video link to the video that you're currently watching. So you can contact us for a free copy of the TestBase 805 tool, or just simply download it yourself. It's part of the TestBase DB2 catalog guide, and I'd like to thank you for your time today. We hope the free TestBase SQLCODE 805 tool will be as useful in your shop as it has been in ours. Thanks.